Kenya's had a long history in terms of hosting refugees. It could date as early as our time of independence, and over the years we've seen different nationalities seek asylum in Kenya at different points of time. We will start with as early as the 70s and the 80s during the struggles in Uganda. We had so many Ugandans coming in to seek asylum in Kenya. We saw the early 90s where we had an influx of both Ethiopians and Somalis coming in when the regimes in Ethiopia and Somalia changed at some point. We also had Rwandese coming in the 1994 period after the genocide. And over the years, the Congolese have also been trickling. Since 1998 to date, we still have Congolese coming in. Currently, the biggest population being hosted in Kenya in terms of refugees is the Somali population. We have populations like, for instance, the Somalis, the Ethiopians that have stayed in Kenya for periods of longer than 20 years. We have children who've been born within the camps or within the urban areas. They've gone to school, they've gotten married. So we are talking about probably a second generation setup of refugees over the period that Kenya has been hosting refugees. Between the periods of 2011 and 2012, when the Kenyan government sent the Kenya Defense Forces to get into Somalia, we started having a lot of retaliation attacks from persons perceived to be Al-Shabaab. And that period basically led to securitization of the asylum process, where Somalis have actually been branded to be in cahoots or to be sympathetic to the Al-Shabaab activities. Post-Westgate attack, we've also had an increase in xenophobia across the urban centers in Nairobi, where Somalis stay. Immediately after the attack, we were able to do a lot of monitoring work and legal intervention, where we were able to provide assistance to about 900 refugees and asylum seekers who were arrested during the period, either because they were transiting from Nairobi to another town without documents, or just the operations that were happening within the Somali hosting areas within Nairobi, and particularly majorly Isili area. We look at asylum issues and refugee issues from more of a security and protection angle for Kenyans than for the refugees themselves. It's also an opportunity for us to interact with the parliamentarians and maybe make them understand the reasons behind refugee protection and asylum procedures as internationally provided for, and that we, as a country, we may not be able to just close our borders.